Yes, friends. Let me connect you again with that blood donation camp of Munshi Hall in 1970. That young medical student, was he defeated? Yes, he was defeated but by himself. Did he ever win? Yes, he had won, but later. How? Let us see this. Now the year 1975. Ramesh and I had joined as tutors in pathology and pharmacology departments of medical college respectively. One day, the social worker of Nagrik Raktadan Samiti, Kanji Raval, came to me and he said that there was an urgent need of 8 units of AB negative blood. The rarest of the rare group, 8 units and that too AB negative. What do we do? I said, let's see what we can do. 1 or 2 names were in my mind. I phoned them, called them, and got the blood. Ramesh was in charge officer of blood bank. He also started joining us for the search of the blood. I'll cut the story short. Over the next 2 hours, we could collect 8 units of the blood. We were tired. Ramesh and I, we were sitting in the waiting lounge of the blood bank and just resting for a while. And what do I see? The swing door of the waiting hall opens and a young man walks in. A familiar face. He looks at me and smiles meekly. I also smiled at him. He went in, came back in 2 minutes. He came and stood before me with a fallen face. He said, Sagun Bhai. He named himself. He said, I am a second year houseman in medicine. I read on the notice board that a lady required 8 units of AB negative blood. I am AB negative and I came to donate the blood. I am told that there is no need, but I have told them to keep me on the waiting if required. I thanked him, but he did not stop. He said, I want to say sorry to you. I was surprised. Why was he apologetic to me? He asked me, do you remember that blood donation camp in Munshi Hall? I was that person, going after you from room to room, canvassing against blood donation. I am sorry, it was my mistake. I should not have done. I was proud and arrogant. I realized my mistake and I have donated my blood only on 2 occasions because my blood group is rare and therefore I keep myself in reserve. Today I could not donate. I was so happy. Friends, this change of the heart, did he not win? He had won on his own, over himself. What more do you want? This is the story of blood donation. Let me tell you, friends, my journey of voluntary blood donation program is not going to rest on the facts and figures. You all know that. Many of you have worked in voluntary blood donation program. Almost all of you must have donated at one or the other time. I need not educate you on blood donation. You are all educated. So I am going to use my time to narrate anecdote after anecdote related to blood donation which are live in my memory and keep my eyes wet at times. I am going to recall one after the other. I remember Once again, it was 1970 May. I was in the medical student ward of SSU hospital. I had undergone a surgery on my foot and I was recovering from the surgery. My leg was in below knee plaster. I walked with the crutches, but I required to stay in the hospital. Now that time, a nurse from the labor room came to me. The labor room was located above medical student ward. She said, I am told that you can arrange blood. There is a woman. She has delivered a baby and she has developed postpartum hemorrhage. She has bled heavily after delivering. She is almost dying. She is B positive. Can you arrange the blood? I was stunned. How do I do? It was month of May 1970. Most of the volunteers of Friends Society and most of the hostelites had left for home. But I remembered Niranjan Dave is B positive. He had stayed back. He was doing his sandwich program in Jyoti Limited. I phoned him, called him, and he gave blood. The second unit also was arranged with some effort. But something had happened before that. When I went up to the labor room, outside the labor room, the family of that dying woman was seated there. I asked who was the husband of that lady. A man stood before me. I pleaded to him. I said, why don't you go to blood bank and get your group tested? If you are B positive, you can give blood to your wife. He was scared. He was not prepared. He was putting excuse after excuse. And I was getting angry. I did not show that. But my anger was on the top when I found that the mother of that man was signaling him with the motion of the hand and telling him softly, Abdul, mat dena. मर जाएगी तो मर जाएगी, दूसरी आवेगी. Friends, how would you feel? I was getting very angry, but I controlled my anger. For a while I thought, why should I work for such people? But then a voice came from within. What was the fault of that young lady? If she died, 4 children will be motherless. And I tried, and we could collect 2 units. The matter was over for a while. 2 days later, as per my routine, in the evening I went out of the ward to sit on the bench for spending time. And someone came to me and fell in my feet. I was surprised. I just saw he was Abdul. I raised him up and said, what are you doing? You can't touch my feet. You are elder to me. He said, साहब, आपने मेरी बीवी को बचा लिया. आप मेरे लिए खुदा है. I said, Abdul, don't say that. I am not saved. Those 2 people who donated blood for your wife, they have just, done something for you. I have done nothing. He said, नहीं साहब, आपकी बात मेरे समझ में आ गई थी. आपने मुझे बोला था कि मैं ब्लड बैंक में जाऊं और ब्लड ग्रुप टेस्ट कराऊं. आपने बोला था कि मैं देखूं कि कैसे खून लिया जाता है. मेरा डर चला जाएगा. पर मैं नहीं गया. पर मुझे मेरी खुद अपनी आत्मा मुझे कोस रही थी. अब मैं जाके ब्लड बैंक में आया हूँ. Then he raised the sleeve of his shirt and showed the bandage around his elbow. He had gone to blood bank and donated the blood. Friends, this is what blood donation means to us. I'll stop for a while and continue further anecdotes. Stay on till that time. See you again.